Welcome, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. Mr. JizzleVR has got a lot more energy this week. He's got a lot more energy. I see you guys are lively in the chat. Hope you guys enjoyed the little intro there. Guys, I think we kind of all know why I'm so excited, y'all. It's because the PlayStation VR 2 is literally coming out next Wednesday. Now, I'd like to know in the chat how many of you guys have had your PlayStation VR 2 shipped. And I'm going to close my window here. I'm curious to see. I am very curious to see. Because it's going to be an absolute amazing. You guys are lively today. And hey, as we all should be. Guys, it's coming out next Wednesday. Can you believe that? We are going to be able to touch and feel the VR headset. I mean, can you believe it? It's going to be amazing, guys. I'm excited. We have a great stream to come. We got to make some noise in that chat. High Five VR, welcome. I see you guys. I see all you in here. Just David, welcome. Visor, everybody, welcome. We are going to have an absolute amazing stream. It's going to be amazing. Not shipped yet. Yeah, I mean, some people, they haven't had it shipped yet. But we got some stuff to get into as well. I'm from the UK. Mine says preparing to ship. Mine also says preparing to ship as well. Darth Vader from the dark side. Finally, yes, I know we're finally getting there. I'm excited. Label created or actually shipped. Says UPS hasn't picked it up yet. That's actually what mine says right now. My label was created, and it said that it's been preparing to ship. I'm gonna check it after the stream. But yeah, here in Canada, I pre-ordered it at the local GameStop, so I can't wait to go pick it up Wednesday morning. Hey, that'll be fun because you get to actually go and actually drive to pick it up. I think that's always the best way to get yourself a little bit of, nostalgia. Going back to GameStop, getting the hard disk. I wish there was more hard copies as far as like the actual games go. That's for select few, but yeah, I mean, hey, I mean, it's getting there. Coda, mine is preparing. That's what mine is as well as right now. And I keep on updating it, even though I know overall it's not going to change. I think that's kind of where we are. We all are right now. Some people I've heard, I think by Oregon, or potentially might get theirs earlier. I think because of how close they are. And I'm not into geography or anything like that, so I'd have to look into it. But I'm all the way in Wisconsin, so mine might take a minute. And also, there's supposed to be a snowstorm next Thursday. And I have Wednesdays off for my work schedule. I work 4/10s. So what happens is potentially if I get on the Wednesday, then I can have an extra to make content on it. It's going to be amazing. And by the way, y'all, in my last video, and even if you're in my Discord, by the way, join the Discord. The link is in the description, and I'll get another shout out to that as well. Jones, welcome, Jones, welcome. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I'm not going to be giving you guys a straight review. It's going to be something different. It's going to be something fresh. I'm not going to just spam you with reviews of what all these big YouTubers are doing. We're going to really dissect the headset. I'm going to try to give you the best possible experience that you haven't seen yet. So if there's no video next week, it's because I'm working really hard on the script, and I'm working really hard to try to get you guys something fresh and refreshing that hopefully you guys will like. So don't expect just like a normal review, because let's be real, we've already seen a million reviews. You will see me have my impressions, of course, but it's going to be a refreshing way to see it. It's going to be good. Good morning, 2 days for me. Good morning, 2 days for me. And yay, hype up, hit that like button. Who cares? You're absolutely right. And I mean, who cares? That's his name, y'all. All right, guys, let's get into it. We got some things to go over. I got my notes here. I'm a little bit better. I'm not hungover from last week when I was hungover. I'm 21, so YouTube, don't say it. That's the wrong one. Hey, that's the wrong one, y'all. All right, here we go. So one of the first things, actually, let's get into one of the biggest things right here. We got some Resident Evil, and I believe, yeah, the audio should be off. We got some Resident Evil, finally, some gameplay on this. I'm excited. This is probably going to be maybe the second, it's probably going to be the second game I play. Horizon Call of the Mountain. Obviously, there is a poll up, so let me know, are you going to be playing? Looks like it's 57% of y'all are going to be playing it day one, Horizon Call of the Mountain. Potentially, there's been some reviews out there that have been kind of negative, but I'm going to take it for myself. I'm going to be the one to experience it fully. And yeah, some of the reviews might be biased. You might be right, but yeah, you just never know. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think we'll have to see, again, it's going to be up to us to figure it out on ourselves. Are we going to be the ones that are going to be really excited to actually play this game? Yes, there's been some big play, like Mike, obviously, virtual reality Oasis, him over there said it was close to Half-Life Alyx. So that might be a indicator that there's going to be great things for this game. It's been kind of the golden child as far as games go, and they're really excited. I'd like to know what you guys think down in the chat. Are you looking at these reviews? I have not looked at anything. I don't want anything spoiled. I wanted to put it on for the first time and experience it. And obviously, there's already been reviews for this game, so don't expect me spamming a bunch of reviews. We're going to have a refreshing take on this, something that we're going to do. We're not going to go like outside of the box, but we're going to go inside the box but outside. We're going to do something a little bit different here, and you'll have to see that when it comes time next week. So yeah, I will play Resident Evil 8, but I will get a heart attack. Yeah, 100%. I am a baby when it comes to, I mean, look at this gameplay right now, y'all. This looks terrifying. And once we get, we're not going to wait till like October. We're definitely going to play these games on stream. It's going to be really fun. I'm really excited. High Five says Resident Evil Village. They added arms. Yes. I don't mean to not read the rest of your chat, but I just thought about it, and with me, I gotta say it when I think it, or I'll forget it. That was such a huge update. It was such a huge update to have finally add arms, and some of y'all were split in the chat before. Some of you guys said, hey, I don't care about the arms. Some of you guys said, hey, I really care about the arms. Me personally, I've given you guys my take. I personally like arms. I think it's a little bit more of an immersive, right? And when you just have your hands, honestly, to be honest with you, some games I don't care about it, but a game like this, a big AAA game, I want to have the best, most immersive experience right here. I want to have it all, and having arms is a huge one, because in our first one we saw it didn't have it. Exactly. I honestly just want to see the beautiful world. Combat might not be the best, but I can't wait to finally see a fully realized world in VR. 100% with you, and especially with those displays and haptics, especially the haptic feedback that you're going to be getting from that the headset feedback, like the rumbles up top. Apparently, if you play one of the survival games, Song in the Smoke, if you're down in the water and you actually go down there and feel it, apparently you'll be able to feel it. I saw that on a YouTube video, and I thought it was really, really awesome. Saw a few, but haven't gotten anything spoiled, but I've only seen a handful. Yeah, I'm trying my hardest to not look at YouTube videos, even though it's very, very hard with all the content coming out right now. I wonder if it's toggle from the arms or hands. Well, yeah, let me say, it's got all arms, right? All arms. So that was the big one. That is the big one. So I'm really happy for that. High Five says probably toggle. Yeah, probably. Only care about the Taddy. Listen, y'all, I don't know how to read sometimes, and the message is not loading for me. But I got my chat up. Oh, there we go. My chat's back up. My bad, y'all. Arms are better than just hands, 100%. I agree with you there. I would agree with you there. Speed, I wouldn't know yet, but the first time. For some of you, hey, chat, how many of y'all is this your first time doing it? If this is your first time doing VR, is how many of you guys are doing it for the first time? How many of y'all are doing this for the first time? And it looks, I ended the poll, by the way. It's like we got 39 votes. 56% of you said you are going to be playing it. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, I'd like to know how many of you are the first time. Oh, Behemoth. I see you guys talk about Behemoth a little bit. Yes, Behemoth looks to be amazing. Yeah, we got a cinematic trailer only. But unless there was another gameplay that just came out. But yeah, John says, hey, I'm from India. Any ideas of the launch date for India? I have not looked into other countries, regions, states, and stuff like that. I haven't looked into it. Only me in America I've really looked into. But from what I couldn't even really give you a good answer. I'm sorry, John. I know it's different. Obviously, time zones are different and stuff like that. But just look at your email. If you pre-ordered it and there was a plugged in, one of the viewers we got here, great viewer, comments on a lot and very active with the community. Talked about how he had pre-ordered it November 15th. I'm just trying to think because I also pre-ordered November 15th. And it looks like if you've potentially ordered it early, you might get it earlier. If that's true, I don't know. I am getting mine shipped. I'd like to know how many of you are actually going to be getting yours shipped. I'm not sure. That'll be interesting. I have 2,500 hours in VR. Whew. Nope, I purchased the Quest 2 to get used to VR a couple of months ago. Yeah, that's actually fall. That's actually a really, really good idea. If you're not into VR, or not if you're not into VR, but if you're somebody that is having a little bit of tough time, accommodating to VR, it could be a little bit, hard to get into it. So buying something. But let's get into the topic of the thumbnail and the title, which is why the PlayStation VR 2 is shocking viewers. right? And obviously I'm going to read you guys' chat too along here, but I want to try to stay on topic, right? It's shocking everybody, specifically because of everything in this damn headset. That's the basically simple thing. And I want to come over to this game right here, Kayak VR. This game, from what we've seen from some reviews, and I want to credit PlayStation VR2 Without Parole. They had a great live stream with Miles. He talked about, hey, I did this, and it looks photorealistic in these trailers, and it is what he said. And that's one huge indicator that we're going to be getting a really, really good headset. And that's exciting, because that means when you look at this, you're like, wow, I mean, he said it even looks better. Do the foveated rendering in there, which is crazy. I mean, are you serious, bro? Like that? And I don't, it's not unprofessional how I said it, but I mean, come on, let's be real, y'all. We're all goofballs here. I was shocked by hearing that. I'm very, very shocked. So I think that this is going to be even more exciting to hear that. And it looks like the dog also made it into the final cut as well. Oh man, I can't wait for this. Yeah, this is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. Behemoth will be cross-platform, maybe Sky Dance. Well, that's actually huge. When you talk about having a cross-platform game, I think we can all agree that if we can get all games, even flat-screen games, to be cross-platformed, this rivalry between Xbox and Sony, and I bring up the PlayStation 5 because you're going to need a PlayStation 5 to get this headset. I didn't make that clear in my last video. I do apologize. Honestly, y'all, I was debating whether or not to post a video this week. I ended up doing it. Probably shouldn't have. Whatever. I kind of pooped something. I still put time into the script and stuff like that, but it wasn't as clear in the delivery. So if you were confused by the last video, understand you do need to PlayStation 5, but I think all of you that are here kind of know that. Yeah, I bought Kayak already. Yeah, I'm about to buy them all. Listen, for me, I don't care if it's on sale or not. I'm going to buy it regardless, whether it's on sale or not on sale. So for me, it was like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for some types of reviews, look at it. But apparently, it does look like how we see it here. And he said it even looked better. So to think that this game itself is going to look as good or not or better is shocking to me, because that means we're getting a really good headset. A really good headset, and that's so exciting to me to finally see that. Can't wait to get both now. My Quest 2 is damn near still new. Hey, that's big. And I actually never thought about y'all getting a Quest 2 to accommodate for the PlayStation VR2. Quest 2 is a great piece of tech for beginners, a great piece of VR for beginners. So to be able to see that is amazing. So I don't want them to make things like Resident Evil run on mobile too. Cross-platform is great, but I get that both the Quest and the PlayStation VR 2 it'll always be a leisure experience. Yeah, if you didn't know obviously about the Quest 2 running on that mobile chip, basically being able to run like mobile games and stuff like that. As far as it being cross-platform, yeah, I mean maybe they're lowering the res for the Quest 2, because obviously the Quest 2 is not nearly as powerful as the PlayStation VR 2. It's not nearly as powerful. I hope I looped this. I did. And so when you look at that specifically, if it runs on the Quest 2 and then it runs over on the PlayStation VR 2, obviously they're optimizing games, right? Like I really want them, me personally, I like survival games, so I really want them to put Green Hell, for example, a really popular survival game. I want them to completely remake it for the PlayStation VR 2. I want these things. I want the Forest to come to the PlayStation VR 2, even if it's the Forest 1, because I got some great ideas for that if we were going to do a video or if we're going to do a live stream. It would just be fun. We only have Song in the Smoke right now. And again, to go back to what you were saying, yeah, I agree with you. I don't want them to lower it at all. I don't want it to be equal. I definitely want there to be an enhanced edition. But again, if we see it from the PlayStation 5 to the PlayStation 4, when you're playing a PlayStation 5 game, for example, Madden 25, or not Madden 25, Madden 2022 or 2023, the PlayStation 5 edition does not go with cross-platform of the PlayStation 4 edition, but you can play it on the PlayStation 5 if you have the PlayStation 4 edition on lock. So that's kind of where it is. It's not just the resolution, it's the gameplay elements such as the open world. I agree with you. I agree. I agree with Green Hell. So much potential. Oh my gosh. Huge potential, y'all. Green Hell would be an absolute beautiful game in a virtual reality. I mean, absolutely amazing. I would be extremely excited to see that game come there. Do you think Hello Neighbor VR can be a good game? I think that there's some negative reviews around there. Vader, it's a good question. It really is. It's a great question. Will it be a good game? There are some people that just don't like the game. Maybe it's just not their type of game. I'm going to play it. Whether I'll do a video on it or not is irrelevant. I'll probably still play it. I want to get the experience as a fan too, not just the creator. But being real, I'm going to be overworked as hell, but it's whatever. I signed up for this. I love it. And I love making content for you guys. That being said, going back to your question, I think it can be a great game. I do, especially with I think it's Hello Neighbor 2 that's coming there. But again, some people don't really like it. Some people aren't a big fan of Hello Neighbor. They haven't been a fan for a little bit, and that's okay. That's all right. I mean, it's everybody has a game taste, but overall I think it'll be good. I think there's gonna be a select group that do enjoy it. I think it'll actually be more than just a select group. I think it'll be a nice little community around there. An enhanced mobile game is still a mobile game, 100%. 100%. I agree with you there. I do. An enhanced mobile game is still a mobile game at the end of the day. I think we got to push past that now with this game, with this headset, which is able to capture AAA games now. We need to really start bouncing into that. But again, you got to think back. Hey, is there a market for that? Is there a market for this? And with the PlayStation VR2, if they keep producing big AAA games, you bet your damn booty there's going to be a market for it. I mean, no one's going to be able to compete with it. The only way to make really great pieces of tech is to make something that's revolutionary, and this is a revolutionary thing, and that's why reviewers are getting shocked by it, because it's big time. It's a big time thing, and honestly, it's not nearly as expensive as some of these PC VRs. Not nearly. I think I'm getting Among Us VR day one on PlayStation VR. It's worth getting. Yeah, and it's also like $10 on the Quest 2. So I mean, if you haven't gotten it already, go get it. Go get it. Oh, I'm actually interested in Tentacular. Yeah, I actually played that in the Quest 2. Really, really fun game, Jones. It's a fun game. It's an absolute blast. I had to cut it out of one of my videos because it just didn't fit with what I was making. It was my Moss 1 and Moss 2 vid. I actually only did Moss 1. But anyways, I actually had that in the final cut. I had to cut it out because it didn't go with the flow. But it was a great game. I have played it. It's a fun game. You just mess around, throwing stuff at everybody. It's a good time. TG7 is awesome on flat screen. Going to be amazing in VR. 100%. 100% fall. I agree with you there. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to go back up a little bit. PlayStation customer service doesn't exist you to have one to have to do online assistance, and that's not gonna work at all. To dispute with my bank. Now shake my head for the love of VR. I see what you mean. I want to mention this, y'all. Some of y'all, if you're ever having trouble as far as your bank goes and stuff like that, obviously contact your bank. But I want to credit PlayStation VR2 Pro again. If you're typing it in, if somehow you're not able to get it for some odd reason, if you've had like a bounce check or a bounce whatever, if something with your bank, go back. Type in it differently. If you put RD for road, put the whole word in there. Put road in there. If you put ST for street, put the whole thing street in there. And I just want to reiterate that again because I took that from their last podcast and I thought it was important to continue to share out. It's important that you guys know that. So try that. If that's something that does not work for you, let me know, or let somebody in this community know so we can start to try to figure it out, because we got to help each other out here. We want everybody to get this headset. Every one of you, we want to have this headset, okay? Every one of you. I may have to check that out. Yeah. Check it out. Check it out. Potter, some really good reviews for the Light Brigade. Yeah, I haven't looked into the Light Brigade, but I've actually heard it's looking pretty good as far as review goes. I wasn't a big fan of the game. I didn't think it was going to be... I was like, okay, it's Light Brigade. That's awesome. It looked interesting. It looked like a Quest 2 game. I was like, all right. I didn't think it was going to be crazy. But there have been some positive reviews out there. So I think it would be interesting. Very interesting. I would see an EA Sports FC VR mode in the future. I can see that too. With EA Sports... I'm not a fan of EA Sports specifically. I think that they're just a money-grabbing, microtransaction type of company that just doesn't... They produce the same football game every year, same FIFA game. They put extra, a little bit of extra animations in there. I'm not a big fan of EA at all. But there is a great... football. I don't think it's actually made by EA. Great football game coming to the PlayStation VR2 as well. I'm a big football fan, so for some reason I can't think of the name. It's kind of an L on my part, but hey, yeah. Is Green Hell a launch window game? No, it is not a launch window game. It hasn't even been announced yet. So, but to get back a little bit on this, what were we gonna? Oh yeah, we went over the Darth, and we got some final confirmation on Switchback, y'all. This was big too. We've had a lot of big reviews on this as well. I'll read some of your chats. And then we'll move on to this thing. This one was postponed. Pistol Whip is awesome. Also, 100% is also. Do you know when Rec Room is coming out for the PlayStation VR 2? Y'all, it hasn't been announced. And I think, that's something you want to have. It's free. They had it on the PlayStation VR, right? So PlayStation VR 1, obviously, not PlayStation VR 2. I think that it is going to come at some point. Hopefully they're making the most optimal experience for it. The most, PlayStation VR 2 experience for it. But again, we haven't seen anything. It's definitely something they want, but it doesn't seem like, I don't know. It hasn't been announced yet. Hasn't been announced. There's nothing on it right now. I'm excited. It's one of my favorite games. I'm assuming you're talking about either this game or the one I was talking about before. But yeah, Rec Room has to happen. I agree. Rec Room has to happen. I think everyone can agree Rec Room has to happen. I mean, guys, it would be really fun to play with y'all in Rec Room. It'd be really fun. But anyways, let's get back on the track. This was another thing that was shocking reviewers right here, is this game Switchback. We've had a lot of big YouTubers play the game. We've had a lot of big YouTubers review the game. And there is a specific part in this game where you don't blink, or you're not supposed to blink. And every time you do blink, and let me just, kind of find that in here. It's absolute wild how they've done this. Absolutely wild. I would be freaked out to all heck, all hell. We're all adults here, I'll swear. If that happened. I mean, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a great experience. This is going to be something that I'm looking forward to playing. I'm actually happy they postponed it, because I wouldn't want them to put out a final product if it wasn't done yet. As you can see, like, just look at this. Look at this. I mean, this is going to look beautiful, especially with that OLED display. These blacks are going to pop. I think it's going to look better than what we're seeing right here. Believe it or not. It's going to be with the eye tracking now, which even on Horizon Call of the Mountain, no spoilers here today, by the way, if you were wondering, it gives you an option to use your eyes in order to shoot. Obviously, I'm not giving you any story spoilers, because I don't want to do that to you, because I ended up getting one and I was really upset. But anyways, yeah. And this looks great. I mean, these green pop in here. It's going to be a great game. I'm excited for this one. I'm excited for this one, in my opinion. Great to see your subscribers climbing. I have been here since 29 subscribers. You made me pumped up to get the VR. This go around. Great content, bro. Well, I really, really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. The sack. I always like saying people's beginning or end usernames, because it kind of shows like the real. It's funny. Anyways, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but you guys all know I love you. A lot of you guys might have been here. If you go to the last community post on my channel, just to show you guys how much I freaking love you, all the way down there, I said I want to thank you all for 44 subscribers. We are now almost at 1.3K, and it's amazing to me. You guys are absolutely amazing. You guys have made this 30 million times more fun, and to be able to just to stream to a good group of people and a good community. I used to stream to 0 people on Twitch, and to do this now is amazing. It's amazing. I'm very grateful, and I want you guys to know I love you. You guys are amazing. Makes me very happy to know I have such a great, positive community, and we're just going to continue to climb that totem pole. But let's get back on the track, because we're not going to get too sentimental here. I'm excited for this game nonetheless. I'm excited for this game. Switchback is going to be sick. Oh, it's going to be amazing, y'all. It's going to be amazing. Don't blink. Yeah, literally don't blink. It's incredible to think that they, like, look at that. Well, look at that. Imagine that being in your face. Pause. It sounded a little weird. But imagine, look at that. Like, what? Look at this, man. I mean, this is the average person in Ohio. I mean, like, for real. I mean, I'm just kidding, y'all. If you're from Ohio, no hate. Those jokes, me and my girlfriend, we always joke about that. Always joke about that. So yeah, I have a blinking problem, but hell yeah, I'll try Switchback. Yeah, see, Vader, you're gonna have a tough time. You're gonna have a tough time, because hey, you're gonna be blinking a lot, man. And I kind of do too. When you think about not blinking and then you end up blinking, if that makes any sense at all. Like, once you think of not blinking, you end up blinking, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Yeah. Again, is Green Hill coming to the PSVR2 for launch? No, it is not. Not coming yet. Sad. Still sad the Switchback got pushed back, going up a little bit. David, yes, I'm a little bit sad about that, but hey, I think it's gonna be great nonetheless. Ironic, I'm from Ohio. Yeah, see, David, I thought there was some people that were gonna be from Ohio, so and FT's getting a little crack out of it as well. Yeah, I can't wait for No Man's Sky. Been holding off on that for long, knowing it will be coming to the PlayStation VR 2. Grant, you're right. Yes, it's coming, and it's exciting, and that's a game that I don't think is getting pushed enough. In my eyes, it's not getting pushed enough. I remember trying Resident Evil 7 kitchen demo, and I was terrified. But Jones, I remember playing that one too, and that was a flat screen when I was playing it, obviously. And I did play it on the PlayStation VR 1. Absolutely terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I was scared of it as well. So yeah, fall. I'm thinking about getting Townsman VR. Might be fun for its launch day. Yeah, I think that would be a good one. I think it would be a good one. I haven't looked too far into Townsman VR, but I know what you're talking about. There's just so many games that are going to be great, and I'm just so happy we can get hyped up together and we can talk about the news that's coming out, because it's exciting. There's going to be so much. And even with the so-called lenses, that is probably the biggest con that's going around. It's not even going around, y'all, but obviously Sony patenting their own types of Fresnel lenses and giving us that assurity that we're not going to get God rays that's going to, distort or make that image look bad. And also, we talk about screen door effect from some testers. It's one of those things that if you're looking for it, you will find it. I'm telling you right now, if you are aversion to VR, you haven't even played VR, or maybe you've actually tried the Quest 2 to get used to that VR, feeling. Some people are really prone to that sickness, and some people aren't. Either way, nonetheless, it's one of those things that if you're somebody that has no idea what the screen door effect is, you're not even going to see it. And if you're somebody like me or some other people that have been around VR for a little bit, I wouldn't consider myself a veteran. I've only been doing VR for 4 years, and I've only been doing content of VR for not even a year yet. But I knew a lot about VR before I got into it because I played it. You're not even going to notice it. And if you didn't know what a screen door effect is, honestly, I'm going to let you guys find that out on your own, because once you kind of know it, you kind of look for it and everything. But kind of a hint, literally what the word is, screen door effect. So yeah, but hey, I think it'll be great. Some of the testers saw ghosting. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's some things that I'm going to look at it myself. I'm going to look at it myself and see what's going to happen and see how things are going to look. But yeah, I'm excited to see how it looks 100%. But again, if you're somebody that's, like I said, a version of VR, you're not going to notice any of these things. You're going to be blown away 100%. This is a great first VR, y'all, if you're getting it for the first time. So yeah. Also, I would like to see PlayStation clear up the store with day one game section. Fall, yeah, I mean, I think that we talked about the PlayStation. I think we've talked about it in a past stream if you've been here, but the PlayStation VR store, you can't even trust that thing, right? So that's why I like hard disk copies. So if we're going to be able to get those in the future, which we will for select titles, they're going to go down in price. We're going to be able to buy them and play them. If it's something that's just going to be straight online, we're not going to be able to use that, right? It's going to be the full price. It's going to be entirely full. So, it's going to see what happens. So yeah, so many launch titles didn't have a release date. So we have over 30. I'm sorry, not over. I think it's exactly 30 launch titles that are coming to the PlayStation VR 2. And yeah, some of them didn't have one and still don't. So that was a big thing. And by the way, I want to mention this quick because I don't want to forget this. This was one of the biggest videos that dropped last week. Sorry if you heard that little backlash there. The taking apart of the headset. One of the biggest, most burning questions, as I said in my last video. If you watched it, give it a like, watch it after the stream. LOL. Anyways, you can actually, and I'm gonna actually have you guys. We're gonna watch this together. I'm gonna talk obviously with you guys, but notice that he can take these apart, but there's a specific part. Actually, I just want to find it right away for you guys because it's one of the more important parts. Watch him take apart this. This is the back pad of the PlayStation VR 2. Okay, he's able to entirely pull this cable out if he wanted to. So if you were worried about, I know Jones, you were a big one that really was worried about this, as everyone should be. You can take this out. You can take this cable out. You should be able to just buy an entirely new one. So if you got a dog or cat that likes to nib at wires, I want to make a disclaimer. It's not going to be easy. Please keep this safe. Please keep this in a spot that is safe. I wish they would have optimized for this a little bit more better. But you're not going to have to buy a new headset. You can take it apart. It's going to be a little bit of a hassle. Maybe in the future, I give you guys a whole tutorial on how to do it. I'm going to be one of the select few out there that is going to be reading that instruction manual from front to back to make sure you guys know everything you need to know about it and not have to put in that work. So yeah, there are 26 games in the VR section of the store. I know Sony said that there were 30. Sony said that there were 30. So maybe there's 26 right now. So yeah, damn, I have 2 cats. Yeah. Do you think some games will be PlayStation Plus free? It depends. I think there are going to be some games that are going to be ports from the PlayStation VR 1 that'll have some free upgrades, and even some of them might have a discount if you had it on the original. As far as them being free, I think that's going to be something that once the VR headset matures, and maybe not, maybe it's just right away next month, after we've had the headset for a month, maybe there is some free games that are coming out. But yeah, I think it entirely depends. Same as the SDD in the PlayStation 5 TDF. It doesn't seem like anything more than that. Yeah. I agree. If you're trying to say SD like 3 times fast, my goodness, I almost had a stroke there. But overall, to wrap it up, to kind of go over this specifically, you can take it out. It's not going to be easy. He even goes over into this part as well. If you guys have glasses, don't worry. Like I said, he's taking this thing apart. Whole shield's ready to go. Another thing that was shocking to some of these reviewers was the fact that this headset is, again, comfortable, and that's really happy. If a lot of you people are out there, not anybody necessarily here today, we were talking about it, but I'll be like, oh, like I wish it was wireless. Guarantee you the headset would not be nearly as comfortable, have nearly as much tech in it if it was wireless. So hold your horses there, y'all. Yeah, I bet they're going to try and sell the whole back half of the headset as a replacement to keep it simple for people who don't know how to take things apart. Grant, that's a good point. Hopefully they give you two options. Hopefully they give you option one, which is if you want to just get a wire, and then leave the rest to there. And hopefully they make that option, like you said as well, a whole back half part of the headset. Now, one thing I'm noticing though is I actually think that might be a big thing for Sony, especially if they want money. So you're going to have a group of people that buy the back half, and you have a group of people that are going to buy the wire itself and not have to worry about something like that. So yeah, it looks like I'm receiving the headset via UPS, and it requires a signature, which means you need to be home. I'm really actually happy you mentioned that, Fall. If you're not home, that's going to be problematic for some people if you're getting it through UPS, because I actually got the same exact thing. Luckily, I am home on Wednesdays, and hopefully it doesn't get postponed because I'm not home on Thursdays or Fridays. Luckily my girlfriend gets off early, so hopefully there's that. So if you're kind of stressing over that, I haven't looked too far into that. I was actually going to before stream to hopefully give some people answers if that was something they were worried about. If there's somebody at your house while you're at work, hopefully you can get that. But yeah, just so you know, that's a really good thing that you mentioned, because yeah, you have to be home. If you have to be home, get that, especially if you're getting through UPS. I got that same exact email. It requires a signature, so keep that in mind. You got to be home. I'm happy it's not wireless. The PlayStation 5 is a beast. Yeah, I mean, that's why this headset is so great, and that's why it's, again, shocking these reviewers, because it's extremely exciting. The PlayStation 5 is a complete beast. Facts, Vader? Yeah, Lizzie, 100%. It's a big facts. That's why this headset is so powerful, and it's going to be such a great piece of tech. And it is an add-on to the PlayStation 5. Sony's primary thought process is to sell PlayStation 5s. Also, he's taken out this fan right here, which allows you to not have, this is one thing I didn't like with the Quest, is when I was trying to do my workout games, when I was trying to, do some of my workout games, it got really, really, really blurry. And by the way, if you are somebody that is a big lover in working out on the Quest 2, if you simply go over, get some Dawn dish soap, put it on a towel, and then put it on the lenses, and then wipe the lenses off. This is if you're okay with that, okay? That's just if you're okay and you feel comfortable with it. I did it just because, I worked out with it. I've had the Quest 2. It's a cheaper headset. I'm not going to, break the bank if I end up breaking it. Whatever. That's on me. If you want to take that risk, do it. It actually completely eliminates the fog. Take a little paper towel, Dawn dish soap on there, put it on the lenses, and it'll completely get away from that fog if you're someone that works out hard in that. So that's just a little tip for anybody that's been using the Quest 2 for working out. Great piece of tech, by the way. Can my cat give their signature? Potentially, if they're a cat friendly delivery driver, that might be something to do. Yeah, that might be something to do. Yeah. Can we introduce our boys? Sure, bring them in. If you didn't know, we have cats, so we'll introduce those boys. We're still talk here though. But anyways, yeah, he's taking off this entire headset. Basically, as you can see, this headset looks great. It's exciting. There's gonna be so much to go. I'm excited. I can't even say hurry up and take my money as I'm getting it through a brick in a mortar store. They got my money already. Hey, yeah. I mean, I wanted Sony to take my money so bad. I wanted them to take my money so bad. They finally took it out. Lizzie's bringing over the cats. This is one of the cats, and actually, here's what we're gonna do. Quick, y'all. The other one's sleeping. This is Oscar. Look at the camera, y'all. Say hello to all the people. Say hello. She's gonna get the other one now too. And if you didn't know, that is a Lizzie. We're gonna introduce her at some point. She's my amazing girlfriend. She helps out with the channel too, so she's great. So give her love. We always want to give her love, okay? We always want to give her love, y'all. And we got one more cat here. This one, he's not that big, y'all, but he looks gigantic. Come here, buddy. He doesn't want to. Oh, I know. Say hi. You want to say hi? This is Malcolm. Wake him up, that's right. Yeah, a bit of tuna. This is Malcolm. Say hi to all the people. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'll take it.
It's literally impossible to edit when they're in here, y'all. Grant says, And Lizzie, yeah. Score, bro. 100%. I got 2 of those kitties. And a great girl. So we're chilling. So that's a little bit of the Jizzle family, y'all. A little bit of the Jizzle family. Hey man, what do you think about the Nightmare on Elm Street PlayStation VR game? How awesome would that be? That would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. Oh, hey, we got some hearts for Lizzie. Thank you, thank you. I'm a big not Harry. I was gonna say Harry Potter fan. Freddy Krueger fan. So that would be great to see that game in there. They just made my nose so itchy. That's why I can't have them in there sometime. My cats will be jealous. Yeah, I'm a big cat guy, y'all. I'm a big dog guy too. So don't, we don't gotta start a rivalry here. And why do YouTubers have cats? Does anybody have a dog or exotic birds or something? That's actually a good point. A lot of YouTubers I know have cats. It's kind of funny how that works, but yeah, maybe I should get a bird in the background one day, y'all. Maybe I should get a bird in the background and do something like that. That's a good point, though. Yeah. Voiced by the original actor. Is it really? If it's voiced by the original actor, that's actually giant. I think that'd be huge. There's a big Stranger Things one as well that may coming out as well. So, I think that'd be great. Like I said, big Freddy Krueger guy. Big Freddy Krueger guy. And I just wanted to see, there was a comment down here that I saw, and maybe it wasn't on this video. The controller one. That's the one I want. Taking apart the controller. Taking apart VR2 controllers. Oh, completely butchered that. But we ended up getting to where we wanted. I wanted to show this one as well, because this is important. About our Aura B design controllers. By the way, the design of the controllers, apparently they're impossible to get on if you don't do it through pass-through. Just so you know. Just so you know. Just so you know, I'd like to see the Evil Dead game in VR. Haven't heard of that one, but I think it'd be good. I have a cat, grew up in a house with 12 of them at once. Yeah. I've never been around a lot of cats until I met Liz, and she had one. So yeah, dogs are good, but cats are just chill. A lot of people think cats aren't chill, Vader, but you're 100% right. Cats are chill, y'all. If you get the right cat and you get him young and you help him out, they're chill. They love you. They love you. If you love them, they will love you from my experience. Five Nights on Elm film. Mine is either the second or the Dream Warriors. Yeah, I'm that like I said, that's my big one. The five I used to actually live on Elm Street. Like a legit lived on Elm Street. Like it was actually Elm Street. Like it was pretty crazy. So yeah, anyways, let's get back on track, y'all. Let's get back on track. All right. I'm happy we got to see some of the Jizzle fam, because that's what Jizzle has when I'm working and I'm not live for you guys. There are some third parties that you can get now for the PlayStation VR2 headset and these amazing controllers. So if you're somebody that's like, oh, do I gotta charge this? No, you don't. We've talked about this before too. By the way, that second USB cable to charge these cords should have come with the PlayStation 5, so you should have two. I'm assuming a lot of you probably got them laying around. Again, they're pretty cheap. Get something easy. These are specifically just to charge them. I'm wondering if they're going to have something be optimized for you to charge it while playing. This is another thing that I just found out this week. Apparently, these controllers are only going to last you about 4 hours. That's kind of not a lot of time, y'all. So if you're somebody that really likes to be immersed in that headset for a long period of time, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind very much so, because yeah, I mean, if you're somebody that's liking to do the big time kind of streams or something like that, do keep that in mind. I think it's very, very important. So yeah, anyways, RR, no one said anything about making the game yet. I'm just going to ask him if he'd been interested in doing the project like that. Oh, you guys talking about it still? Yeah, again, I think it'd be great. I think it'd be absolutely amazing. Is the PlayStation VR2 capable with a wheel? Yes, it is capable with a wheel. The G29 from Logitech, that's one that people have been getting. And so if that's something that you guys are interested in, I think it was on sale for a little bit. So I think that this would be something that would be pretty awesome to have if you're getting GT7. I've always said this, y'all. If I'm ever going to get this GT7, I'm going to need to get the wheel. I'm not going to just have my first experience be with a DualSense. I mean, come on, y'all. We have to get the wheel. We got to get the wheel in here. All right. 100%. Better than the Quest 2 battery life. Actually, David, with the Quest 2, they end up having it, not the headset, but with, maybe it's for the headset, as far as the headset goes. I've never played the Quest 2 for long periods of time, but obviously, I actually wish Sony would have done this. I wish they would have just given you a battery, because then you can recharge your battery, and those batteries can last forever. I actually have, let me go get it quick. I actually have a rechargeable battery for the Quest 2, and it works great for me. It works great for me. So what happens is this is the batteries are in the controller right now, but I have it entirely here. Let me actually move some stuff over. This is what I wish the PlayStation VR2 would have done. We have, this is the rechargeable batteries, and so what happens is I'm able to obviously put these in here. It has a little bit of a port right here for your charger. And I was talking about earlier the lenses. If you want to put stuff on these lenses to get away from that fog, Dawn dish soap is huge. I have the Elite strap on here, but it does not come with the Elite strap. It's pretty dog, honestly, if it doesn't come with the Elite strap, because like I said, even on some of my other videos, it is one of the most uncomfortable headsets I've ever had. I have ever. So do keep that in mind. Not the PlayStation VR, obviously. I'm talking about the Quest 2. So even that Elite strap doesn't necessarily help out. So yeah. If it was the headset battery life, yeah, I think it is better than that. That headset battery life doesn't last long. But either way, David, I did want to mention, I wish they would have done that, because I think it would have been better. I think it would have been a lot better. I think it would have been easier. It wouldn't have been hard to port in. I like that they don't do batteries for their controllers, kind of like the Xbox is still doing. But even with the Xbox, that thing can last forever. If you can optimize it for it to be very long play session, I would consider that like 10 hours plus. Then I would be like, okay, recharging is great. You're not, you don't have to worry about buying batteries. But in this case, I think the batteries would have been better, in my opinion. You can put batteries on the back of the Quest 2 headset and switch the battery life in the controllers. Yes, you were 100% right. You can do that. And it does help out with a little bit of a longevity. You actually have it to where it rests on the back of your head, making it a little bit easier and stuff like that. But we won't get too much of the Quest 2. But yeah, it is a great headset, though, to start off in VR. But if you're still getting this for the first one, obviously look at these ORB design controllers. I'm excited for these. It's going to be great. It's going to be exciting. But yeah. Please talk about cinematic mode. Hey, good point. Good point. Cinematic mode, ladies and gentlemen, will be pretty darn awesome. So if you didn't know about cinematic mode, you'll be able to display it in a 1920 by 1080 format HDR. All right, it's, from what I've heard from reviewers, it's not as great as looking at your TV screen, but it is also not, it's almost better than that. Like, I'm not saying it's better than watching your TV screen. It's not as good, but this is from reviews. I haven't seen it. I haven't done it myself. I want you guys to get that, but understand it's going to be a 1920 by 1080 format. You'll be able to do Netflix and anything that you want on there. Any flat screen game you'll be able to play on there. Do note, though, that we haven't heard anything about Blu-ray. Unless somebody else in the chat has heard anything about Blu-ray, please let me know. But with cinematic mode, that was another thing that shocked some reviewers and me, that they brought it back. Not really a big shock. I think what will be a big shock is the Blu-ray 3D, because if you got those 3D movies in VR, it's going to be great. So yeah, do keep that in mind. I mentioned that a little bit in a video as well. It'll offer I think it's a 120 hertz to 20 to 60 hertz to 120 to 90 hertz refresh rate. From what I remember off the top of my head, I'm trying to read back at the video. But yeah, it'll still offer a cinematic mode, which will be great. So yeah, do keep your hopes up for that. Review it yourself. I want you guys to get it yourself too. If you're somebody that's waiting for reviews, then obviously wait for reviews for that too. I'm not sure if there's a whole lot of videos out there right now. Yeah, like I said, there is no 3D. Which is pretty sad. I hope that maybe there's a patch down the line. And if you were somebody that likes activity cards, which if you're doing your quests and you want to start a quest again, like on Resident Evil, you'll be able to do that with the PlayStation VR2. It's happy that they have some of those features. You'll be able to share your screen. If you didn't know, you'll be able to share your screen. But if you didn't, so if you're playing this game right here, Resident Evil Village, and you want to share your screen, you can do that. You cannot do share to play, which is a really honestly big popular feature for the PlayStation 5. Actually, I think it's kind of like no one really knows about it. It's almost kind of hidden to an extent, is that you'll be able to play another game that your friend has while having a steady, connection, like Fortnite, for example, you can do, and you can play that game in VR. I'd like to know your thoughts, how you would feel about that, because I think it would be really, really cool to share play a PlayStation VR2 game at some point down the line. I think it'd be great. So if you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to play this game, I don't know if I want to do No Man's Sky, well, hey, let me just share play this game with you and then play. I think that'd be great. Wednesday will be an awesome day for all of us. Wednesday is going to be amazing. Undo your top button on your shirt to help reduce heat and fog. and saliva and the best for is the best for fog. Yes, yes, that's another one too. Also, guys, if you're working out on it, just kind of like don't slip it all the way. And that's what the PlayStation VR2 does well, is they have those vents, and then they have things that completely block it out. So like you'll be completely immersed. There won't be any of those like black, kind of like streaks of light coming in. And we don't have to worry about that stupid gosh darn Sense controllers on the PlayStation VR 1. They had the little itty bitty, like just like a bootleg Wii remote that looked terrible. Didn't even include it in the first product of it. But yeah, anyways, to kind of go off of that ramble, we won't have that. And again, Sony recommends a well-lit room, y'all. So if you're somebody that is, wanting to do the VR and understand that, like, oh my gosh, I got to make my room dark again. Nope, you do not. And for some of you, that might not even be something you're even thinking about. That might not even be something you're entirely thinking about at all. But I did want to go, which game was it? We did talk about Hello Neighbor, which I wanted to bring up as well. So yeah, but there was a lot of big stuff that happened this week for sure. Always wanted to play Chris Redfield. He's built like a Hulk. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, another thing, and I got my notes here today, y'all. Jizzle came prepared because there was a lot to go over. Looks like the comfort it's gonna be big again. Looks like the comfort's gonna be a big thing. That's honestly a personal preference, y'all, if you're talking about comfort. So, but it does look like the PlayStation VR 1 obviously got a lot of great credibility due to its comfort. And actually outshined the Quest 2 in some ways. But we've kind of been making do with the PlayStation VR 1. I've got rid of my PlayStation VR 1 a long time ago. Because I got the Quest 2. Though there's some things that it's not as good with, obviously get the OLED panel from the PlayStation VR 1. I was kind of done. We're kind of just making do. But yeah, the PlayStation VR 1 is done. We want to thank though PlayStation VR 1 for what they did and what we were able to experience in the beginning, because it was unlike anything we had seen before. Even though Sony has had history of trying to do VR, even back with the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, and so on, which is pretty crazy. But again, we were making do. One thing that was huge overall with everybody that tried it was the comfort. So it does look like that's something that's been upgraded here. So yeah, got to go to work at JizzleVR. Have a great day to you and your queen and two awesome cats. That was amazing. Who cares? Not me. Thank you for watching, man. I appreciate you coming around here. You've been a consistent viewer and you've been very positive and great for this community. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a good day at work. Make the most of it. And you know what? You're going to be getting that PlayStation VR 2 soon. So have that be in the back of your head all work time. Just like, we're almost there. You got to give yourself words of affirmation. Like, I will have a fun time with a PlayStation VR 2. That's kind of what I'm going to. The next 2 days, y'all, at work are going to be very long. And I do 4 10s. So, like, all those 10 hours, I'm just thinking about it. I'm thinking about you guys. I'm thinking about everybody. I'm just like, ugh, can I just get this headset already? That's the big thing with this stream, y'all, is 1, people are getting shocked by it. 2, we're excited about it. 3, can we just have it already? 4, can Sony take my money? They have, though. I think everybody's had their money taken away. Hopefully. Again, like I said, if you've had those banks for some reason bounce or something like that, do keep that in mind. That is important, going over that. But yeah, to go back on what I was saying before, the comfort is extremely, should be very good. Again, user preference as well. Just so you keep that in mind. What game don't you have? What game you don't want to even try? There's gonna be games that I just don't care about. Like Bat Boy. I don't really care about Bat Boy. And there's a pigeon game out there for the PlayStation VR 1. As far as PlayStation VR 2 goes, I'd have to look at them. There's obviously some games that don't appeal me, like the Jurassic one. I actually might try that one now that I say it out loud. I'm gonna think about it because I've seen some gameplays of it. But overall, I'd have to, just kind of look at it. Why don't we actually look together, y'all, these launch games? And this was actually, I have it ready to go, by the way, so it won't be too difficult for this. This was kind of everything we knew about it. And this is where I got the 30, by the way. And this is also where this is straight from the PlayStation, so it's not from some weird third-party source that doesn't know what they're talking about and that says that the PlayStation VR 2 has entirely cut their pre-orders. That was false. That was a bunch of bull poo-poo. So looking at these launch games here a little bit more, let me just do a little full screen here. As far as Cammonius High, I might not play. It doesn't look too great. Demo, I might play. There's some other games like the last Clockwinder. I might not play. Like this one right here. I don't even know what it's called. I might not play. There's some games that I just could care less about. Like as you can see, What the Bat is what it's called. Not Bat Boy is probably one I won't play. So man, you're not lying. These next 2 days are going to be so long. I think everyone is going to have a heart attack if they don't get it for shipping update tomorrow. I don't think it. I 100% agree with you. If there's no shipping update tomorrow, we all need to panic and start a riot and go to Sony headquarters and say, where's my damn headset? Give it to me now. So yeah. Also picking up Star Wars. It's released on the 22nd. Yes, Pavlov, Darth Vader. Big one. I'm excited for that. And I said it a lot because it's going to be a really, really good one. Yeah, but obviously Pro talking about Star Wars, yes, that's going to be a good one. And again, there is no DLCs for that. It's an entirely new game, completely optimized for the PlayStation VR2, which is a huge W. And obviously it's Pro Era right here. That was the football game I was talking about as well. Those anime style games are just not for me. I 100% agree with you there. That's kind of what I was trying to spit out, but I didn't know what to say. I'm not a big anime type of fan. I have no hate to people that do anime or watch anime. I wish I had that much time to enjoy a series. I really do. And that's no hate because I would make time for it. That's no hate at all. It's just I just can't get into it. You know what I mean? Like I just can't get into it. So yeah, I mean it's not for me, but there is a community out there for it. So yeah, when is Pavlov released? If it's on here, I believe it's on here. I think it's a launch title. If it's not on here, then it's not. Right here, yeah, it is on there, right here. If you can kind of see my cursor. It's a launch title. All these are launch. These are launch window lineups. So Puzzle Places, there was another one that I really liked. It was the when you close your eyes and you go further in the future. Can't remember what that one is. Chat, let me know. Actually, it's right here, y'all. Before Your Eyes. That's one I'm really excited to play. After the Fall, I'm also really excited to play. So yeah. I'm really excited. Did you increase your storage on PlayStation 5? I did delete some games. I deleted a lot of games specifically because I downloaded Hogwarts Legacy. But yes, might do a little bit more cleaning up because there are some games that I just don't play anymore. So I'm excited to see kind of how that works as far as the storage goes. I know some of them are going to take up more space than others. Like these GT7, Horizon, and then Resident Evil are going to take up more space than, I would say than what kind of like a small game. All these are actually pretty, like Tentacular is a good example. Just kind of like a small little game. Oh, and obviously The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. Not many people are even really talking about this unless I'm just kind of living under a rock. This is not even going to be in my top 5 games to start to play with, y'all. Here are my top 5. Horizon, GT7, Village, No Man's Sky, and then after that, I think it's going to be Pavlov as my top 5. So that game's not even in my top 5, y'all, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm gonna game with heat vision ability. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, Song of the Smoke looks kind of cool. Yeah, I'm actually excited about Song of the Smoke. I have some ideas for like challenges I can do with that, but I'm worried like, is there a big enough community, or not necessarily community, but is there a bigger enough viewer base for people to like be intrigued about the video? Like, I spent 100 days in Song of the Smoke. Like, that would be something cool for the forest, and I would definitely do a video like that and just narrate it and go over things that I would do. But yeah, I wonder how hard the head habits are going to hit in Creed. Could you guys imagine if we end up doing if you end up doing like a Creed game and and the haptics just like knock you on your ass? Like, do you imagine that? Like, it's like a legit feeling. Maybe they'll have some more haptics down the line and they end up doing something like that. I think that'd be really cool. So yeah, the local rat. Hey man, what's up? GD, yo, JizzleVR, what's up, guys? I'm happy you guys are here. Welcome. Song in the Smoke have demo. Yes, there is a demo for that, so that should be pretty good for that. As well. Astro, it's nice The Walking Dead was free with the PS Plus and now getting a free PlayStation VR2 update. I actually didn't know that, and that's great. That is awesome. I do want to see, and your name just I thought about it because you have Astro in it. I want there to be another Astrobot as well. But you know what? One thing I want to talk about quick too, it doesn't have to be quick, but a lot of the people that are reviewing this are like, yeah, there's just like not a lot of games though. That's the only, like, even IGN talked about this. With not a lot of games at launch, the PlayStation VR2 does look promising, and they had downgraded it because of that. But it's like, literally look this up, what I have up right now. There are 26, 30 games ready for launch, okay? So you're telling me that there's, obviously, Eggs Out, Switchback now. There's There's all these games, plus 20 plus games. You're telling me that there's not enough? Like, there is plenty, more than any launch console we've ever seen. Not to compare it with console, but like, let's be real here. Like, understand what you're posting. Understand what you're posting. Understand what you're getting yourself into. 3 days, let's go. I know the hype is absolutely real, but anyways, I wanted to say that don't listen. Some of these big people, they don't look too deep into it, and they shouldn't. They've already gonna get those viewer base from getting the headset early. And like I talked about earlier, y'all, I'm not gonna bore you all with another review. It's gonna be something refreshing once I get the headset. It's not gonna be something dumb. If all goes well, we should have another live stream next week. I do want to do Horizon Call of the Mountain gameplay with y'all. I do want to do that. Hopefully by then you guys have already played the game, so spoilers won't be a big deal, and we kind of all had a good time. But anyways, I want to go back to that. Yeah, like, know what you're talking about, because there is a problem with that. The problem is that they're not considering games that have been out on other platforms. Yeah, Paul, that might be another one as well. In my opinion, there might be another one as well. So I think that, again, yeah, it does look like a hasty. Hopefully it holds up. I don't have any worries about the chewing though. This is maybe I'm completely off of what's coming. If you don't like, okay. Anyways, I wasn't even looking at that one. I could have been completely off of what you guys were saying. But anyways, yeah. Now I can put that racing chair to use in VR to get Gran Turismo. Yeah, I want to get a whole rig together, y'all. I want to get a whole rig. And there was a video I saw about somebody, PlayStation VR 2 full GT7 rig. And this might not even be it, y'all. There was a guy that did it though. I basically had a full rig set up. But that's kind of what I want to get. Is just like a full VR racing rig, where like kind of like something like this. And I kind of want to make a video of it as well in the future of having myself a full racing rig. Like, I want to be able to sit down in my house, sit down in my chair, and just go and just do it and have fun. So many pieces on this headset. Wow, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot on this headset. There's a lot going into it, and that's why it's considered amazing. Yeah. Again, I want to get a whole racing setup, and I'm excited. I'm very, very, y'all, I can't wait, man. I'm so excited we get to do this together, too. It's going to be exciting. And I've already said this, y'all. I'm not getting GT7. I'm not just going to get GT7. I'm going to get the racing stuff with it. And I do actually really want to play Star Wars Enhanced Edition. So, big time. I got a cheap wheel and a cheap rig. Can't wait. Not waiting. Not really into racing, but I bet VR will make it so immersive. I agree with you there, Grant. I'm actually not a really big racing fan. And if we're on the topic of racing here, I want to put up some GT7 gameplay. I'm not a big racing fan, y'all. GT7 VR gameplay. I'm not a big racing fan. I'm just not. But like, I wouldn't go out of my way to play some GTs. This damn ad is always on one of the streams. And no, I don't have no YouTube Premium, y'all. We barely getting by here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not broke or anything like that at all. But I'm just saying. But yeah, I'm not into racing that much. But oh yeah, this is the dumb one. They barely have any B-roll footage of this game. Yeah, I want to get a full rig, and I'm not into racing. But yeah, I'm excited. Guys, I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words. We're gonna have so much fun with this game. We're about to be playing it to the day and back. Night and day, this game is gonna be played. I'm gonna have way too much fun with this. Way too much fun with this. But yeah, I mean, here, and I wanted to pull up. This is our Discord, y'all. This is our Discord. I'm about to invite some of y'all here if you guys want to join. As you see, we got some great conversations here in the Discord. And I want to get it. I'm going to put the link right here in the description. Or not in the description, right in the chat. If you want to join that Discord, if you want to play some flat screen games with us, if you want to play some PlayStation VR 2 games, do join that. I forgot to mention it last week's stream. We had a good amount of people in there as well. If you haven't already, y'all, hit the like button, because this has been a very fun stream. We are almost there. How do you think about cinematic mode, like watching movies? We did talk a little bit about cinematic mode earlier, and I think it'll be great to watch movies. It's only going to have that 1920 by 1080 HDR, but I think it's going to look great. The display is like a million times better than the PlayStation VR 1. So yeah, I think it'll be amazing. I will say I tried GT7 with just the controller and was like, nah, this isn't it. But when I got the wheel, I liked it so much more. So I can imagine VR will be a game changer. Grant, I'm 100% with you. Pro, hopefully you will also order this charging station. the charging station. I did order the charging station. I'll review the charging station. Like, I'll give my impression of it. I think you guys should do a third party though, because there is one that holds the headset as well. So that'll be really good. Jones, I will only dry wipe the microfiber cloth. Yes. Be careful with that. There were some things that PlayStation VR did talk about as far as dry wipes, and stuff like that. So be careful. I actually have one right here. It's just kind of like a microfiber. It's one of those things for like electronics. You know, if you have something that you like use electronics for, something like that, do keep that in mind. Do not use something like don't use a piece of paper or something like that. So I mean, seriously, I hope the headshot will hurt. I'm sorry. That was it. When you said that, I always think about this. Like, imagine if there was like a beginner, intermediate, and advanced as far as the feedback goes, and then all of a sudden you get into a headshot or you get shot by a sniper and like it literally knocks you on your ass. Could you imagine how big that would have been? That'd be kind of crazy. Imagine if they had a PlayStation Home kind of like Oculus. Oh yeah, the local rat. I wanted to mention that too. Unfortunately, it is going to be that we're not going to get anything like that with the PlayStation VR 1. I'm sorry, but the PlayStation VR 2. We're going to hold back like a whole 4 generations, y'all. But yeah, that's the sad part. But again, maybe there's room for them to update that in the future. I'd like them to have like if I can put, this would be great, guys. Think about this. You earn trophies in your game, right? The trophies you earn in your virtual games. And then you get to go to your virtual house inside the VR, and then you're able to take the trophies you earned and actually pick them up in VR and put them and display them around your house. I think that would be a huge selling point. I'm getting excited about thinking about that. But yeah, imagine to be able to walk around your house, put the trophies up wherever you wanted. You know, you get to put a gaming setup somewhere. You get to do this. Maybe there's sections for you to walk into new games and new worlds. There's a lot of things they could do, but that'd be a lot. But I would be excited for that. They're going to start selling bobbleheads to put on your dashboard, and stuff to hand on your mirror. Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool. But yeah, guys, overall, I'm excited. Reviewers are excited. There's been a lot of great reviews for the PlayStation VR 2. There's been a lot of great reviews. So yeah, kind of like the PlayStation stars. Well, I was thinking more so PlayStation, what was it? Like you said earlier, like a PlayStation like open world. I can't remember what it's called, home or something like that. Wait, trophies are confirmed. I want platinum. I'm 90% sure trophies are confirmed, unless I'm wrong. I know we have activity cards. I know we have share screen. From what I saw from an article, I think they should be ready to go and confirmed for that. But I just think it would be cool to do something like that in VR, to be able to do something like where you're able to take your trophies you earned inside and able to have a good time with it. You know what I mean? I think it'd be really great. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be a good time. But y'all, next week, expect a stream. If you haven't already, join that Discord. It is in the chat right now. Join it. I would love for you all to join it. There will be another stream next week. Hopefully. There actually might not even be an upload next week. There's going to be a lot. And Grant, thank you for the confirming it. There's going to be a lot to do for me personally, so there might not be anything next week. I will update you guys on the Saturday or the Sunday of if we're going to have another stream. If we do have a stream, it'll be some type of gameplay, going over it and talking about it and having a good old time. But hey, we're almost there. Wednesday, it's coming out. I'm happy you guys all tuned into the stream today. Do know I love you all so much. Haven't already, go like the recent video and hit that thumbs up before you leave, y'all. Hit that thumbs up. Hey, I know you're leaving. Hit that thumbs up before you leave. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much. I'm JizzleVR, and I will catch you beautiful, amazing people in the next video, and if you're here in the next live stream. Have a great one, y'all.